Ladies and gentlemen, coming to you live from the Lucky Dog studio in a hidden location somewhere in the upper Midwest of the United States of America, it's a brother making his own way but with all the wrong opinions. Welcome to the Morning Night Live with your host, the one and only Dawg Knight.
Hey there, hi there, ho there, holy moly there. I had some little technical difficulty in my home this morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Morning Night Live. I'm your host, Marty, also known as Dawg Knight on the internet. Unfortunately, I had something go on here that I had to take care of, and so I'm running even later than normal, even though I've been home for a while. So I apologize for the lateness, and who knows, we may do some makeup shit later, but for now, we're going to get this show on the road. Let's just get right into it, say hi to everybody and get it going, because I don't have as much time as I normally do. So we'll start with who's in the chat. First in the chat is, of course, the world is right, because it is none other than Mr. Avocados Diabli. Gets the bell. Thank you for being here. Also, good morning, Midnight. What's up? Nice to see our young friend, Jay Blizza. How you doing? Kara Soldier. I see you, Mike Savage. Blarg. Also, who else is here? Jay Blizza. I said Jay Blizza, didn't I? I don't know. Maybe I said it. Maybe I didn't. Who knows? Lord Stanhope's in the house. Who else is here? Wait, I saw an Abby that I hadn't recognized. Who's, let's see here. Okay, there. Mike 6546. Is that are you new? Is that a different, or is that a Mike that's been here before? Mike R. If you're new, hit the subscribe button and shit, you know. But I don't recognize the Abby. So looks like is that a firefighter? I can't see it. It's so tiny. Anyway, that's what she said. Okay. Also, good morning to, I said Lord Stanhope. That's everyone so far. There's not a lot of people here because I just started the show, and unfortunately, it's going to take a while for people to get notifications. So those of you who are here, I appreciate you waiting and being patient for me to get here. That's great. That's Mike R. LOL. Okay. Oh, you are new. See? Okay. And you're a firefighter. Okay, perfect. Anyway, so let's just get into it, because I like I said, I'm really, really late today, and I'm not happy about it, but I couldn't help it. I also have already, I've already reposted some of the people posting the stream. I appreciate all of you doing that. And I usually I'll recognize it. Somnambule Nation started with this, and then you said something about Nightmare View. But first, Reaction Puerto Rico sent me this, and it's funny just because it is. If you're familiar with the account 3 Year Letterman on X, one of the funniest parody accounts to me, because so many people think he's real. And he posted this. Braking, spelled B-R-A-K-I-N-G, like you're breaking a Formula 1 car. ICE vehicles have been spotted on tow trucks in Atlanta, meaning they are being impounded. The 10th Amendment does not allow ICE to be on state roads, only federal highways, so this is the right move. Now, clearly, none of that's right. There's nothing right about it. Hello, Attack Alpaca. Good morning. And the only reason I brought this up, not because, it's funny as it is. Yeah, who impounds like 4 vehicles at once? Because it's a parody account, okay? It's a parody account. And so, but here, listen. The replies are the best. Now, I've known this. I've been following this parody account for like 3 or 4 years. Very funny. The parody is he's a youth football coach legend, diehard Georgia fan, 3-year high school football letterman, show-stopping Little League umpire, regional champion, 3-way tie, which is just the profile itself should tell you it ain't real. He's like the he's the Al, kind of like an Al Bundy type, except dumber. And it's a funny character, and people fall for it all the time. So, for example, the first reply, they already deleted it, realizing it's a parody account. Someone says, those aren't tow trucks, you absolute dunce. Or town. They meant to say tow trucks, but they said town trucks. And he said, correct. They are tow trucks. A town truck would be owned by the municipality, not the federal government. Someone else. First, it's braking, B-R-E-A-K-I-N-G. Second, that is not what that means. Third, federal highways only, absolute bullshit. He answers, look, I'm a notary public. I have credit score that starts with a 6, and you financed your waterbed. I don't know if you'll think it's as funny as I do, but I think this dude's hilarious. That's the dumbest fucking thing I've heard all day. Who is the retard who's telling you this stuff? This youth football coach is wrong. I'm going to tell him being a notary public isn't a big deal. Why do I have so many notifications? I financed my waterbed. Because people now savage the people who answer this account seriously because they think it's real. So anyway, I think that's just funny as hell. Also, thanks to other people sharing the stream. Somnable Nation already said. And then you put this on here. What the hell is this? What is this? So yesterday, or maybe it was a couple days ago, you put up a post of just took my picture and made a gif of me or video of me eating pea soup, a photo. And I got into a little spat on X with somebody, and they posted that picture of me that wasn't really me and said, why don't you just go and eat your pea soup? And I'm like, ha! And all I could say was, ha! AI is a wonderful thing, isn't it? Anyway, that's just hilarious. Also, thank you for that. You're sharing the show. Lots of people sharing the show, including Ms. Midnight, and thank you for doing that. And I can't repost Midnight. So anyway, there's the people share the show. If you haven't done so, up at the top of the chat, you can click that have you shared the stream thing. I always like it if people would just reply, let's go, with a GIF or a meme or something funny, because that's how it should be. All right, let's move on. Let's see. Today is Red Friday. That's why I'm wearing red. It's the day where we try to remember everyone deployed. The first post up here says, Happy Red Friday, friends. High Octane will kickstart your day. If you worn the uniform, you are a hero. We are the land of the free because of the brave. Veterans before illegals. America first, always. Quote of the day. Our flag does not fly because the wind moves it. It flies with the last breath of each service member who died protecting it, and the author of that is unknown. So there you go. It's not commie colors. It's red. Remember, everyone deployed. Are you calling me a commie, AD? The hell. So anyway, lots of people putting up their stuff for Red Friday. And I almost scrolled too fast. Let me see if I would have gotten in trouble. Well, okay, I wouldn't have gotten in trouble, and she's wearing red, so I'll let this one slide. That's fine. Nobody cares about this. I mean, it's just, you know. I'm just leaving it a second so AD can dwell on it for a second. You know what I mean? Because I know you like that, don't you? Don't you? Don't you? Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? Don't you wish your girlfriend was a freak like me? Don't you? Hello, Special Can Acid on my list of favorite Canadians. Hello. All right, moving on. I don't know who this person is, but it's trending. Anyone here? Okay, here. Let's do a poll. Poll. Here we go. Do you know who Uncle Floyd is? Because Uncle Floyd is trending. And I had never heard of Uncle Floyd, but apparently Uncle Floyd is somebody from some kids show. I'm gonna get rid of this because it's just too much stuff in there. Do you know who Uncle Floyd is? I've never heard of him. Anyway, man, my favorite from my childhood, from his brother Jerry. With a heavy heart, I am sad to announce the passing of my brother and everybody's favorite Uncle Floyd Vivino. After a 2.5-year battle with ongoing health issues, his curtain peacefully closed at 6:05 p.m. on Thursday, January 22nd. Rest in peace, big brother. You will be missed, but always be remembered by friends, family, and your loving fans. I don't know, where's anyone know where he's from? Yeah, this is him. This is him in his later years. Here he is in his younger years. What is he from? Is that like from Romper Room or something? If only his first name is Pink. Hello, Select a Boy.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, I've never heard of Uncle Floyd. But he's, let's see, Uncle Floyd's official fan club. Is that that kind of looks like Steven Tyler, but it's certainly not. That's a woman. Anyway, someone here says, Dad and I would watch the Uncle Floyd show every week. I was too young to get many of the jokes, but Floyd and his oddball crew made my dad crack up. So I knew he was doing something right. Uncle Floyd Vivino, you were truly one of a kind. So I don't know. Let's see. The show was called The Uncle Floyd Show. Oh, I'm figuring that out. So where is it from? Is it from the U.S.? Before Pee-wee's Playhouse, I had Uncle Floyd Show. The Uncle Floyd Show. This guy is responsible for my love of dumb puns and corny jokes. So there you go. Yeah, dude looks like a lady. Oh, you couldn't see it? I thought I had it up here. Here's the picture I was talking about. This picture right here. Yeah, right there in the middle. Doesn't that look like Steven Tyler a little bit? I mean, even though just reminds me of Steven Tyler. Okay. I think he was from New Jersey, I think. Oh, okay. Well, if you're on the East Coast, you might know who Uncle Floyd is. Anyway, rest in peace, Uncle Floyd, whoever you are. Other holidays today. Let's see. The holiday calendar is full screen middle. National Pie Day. It's National Pie Day. Go enjoy some pie. You know what I'm saying. Also, good morning, Lewis and K-Shaw. What up, Kirsten? How you doing? National Handwriting Day. That's a lost art. That's a lost art. Well, no. Yeah, Pie Day. Well, someone else has a Pie Day today. Celebrate. I know Pie Day is March 14th, but it's also today again. I don't write the calendar thing. They say today is National Pie Day. I'm going to believe it. National Rhubarb Pie Day, too. Now, that's weird because who's harvesting rhubarb this time of year? That's dumb. International Sticky Toffee Pudding Day. That's very specific. And that sounds kind of sexy. And I know. And National Aiden Day. If your name's Aiden, fuck off, Aiden. Now this is funny because I live in Minnesota and I can appreciate this one. It's National Snowplow Mailbox Hockey Day. Oh, if you live in a place that gets a lot of snow and has lots of snowplows, you understand that joke. Hi, Chris. How you doing? Welcome to the show. Zach Osborne, too. Nice to have you back. Let's see. Introduction. Get ready to hit the ice or your front yard on January 3rd for Snowplow Mailbox Hockey Day. This quirky holiday celebrates the creativity and resourcefulness of those who use their snowplows to play a game of makeshift hockey with their neighbors' mailboxes as goals. While the exact origins are unknown, this lighthearted tradition has been observed for years in snowy regions around the world. So grab your hockey sticks and get ready for some friendly competition. No one uses hockey sticks. They use the blade of their snowplow. Except problem is when they play this game, they destroy some mailboxes once in a while. It's kind of weird. Okay. Also Measure Your Feet Day. For cement slippers, Philippine Republic Day, and National Activity Professionals Day. Who cares? Moving on. All right, let's get into some news finally. Damn. Apparently today is the March for Life. In Washington, D.C., the 50th year. Is it the 50th? No. Yeah, the March for Life in 1976. This is. Oh, I see. No, this is someone who said he gave. This guy says, today marks the first day since I gave my life to defending the unborn. It began at the March for Life in 1976. Today I said yes to truth, yes to life, yes to speaking for those the world refuses to hear. This is happening today. Now let's see what the temperature is in Washington D.C. today. Turn that off. Where's the temperature? Let's see. Washington D.C. Washington, D.C., United States. Oh, it's 39 degrees there. Holy shit. That's balmy. That's balmy compared. I'd go out in a t-shirt and shorts if I was doing that. But my position on abortion is not necessarily consistent with everybody's here. I think it should be legal, but it should be very restricted. But anyway, so the people who are out there from at least marching for life today will have a nice day to do it, as opposed to the people in Minneapolis, where it's warmed up. It's warmed up to 16 below. So there you go. Anyway, moving on. The top story is that, the featured stories on X, not the top stories. This story about the 5-year-old that's supposedly being detained. Now, again, at least X puts it, the X summary puts it up a little different. ICE detains a 5-year-old with father in Minneapolis driveway, igniting clash. Now that's interesting, because everyone on the left or whatever who are bitching about ICE are saying that ICE detained this 5-year-old and used him as bait to get his father. So let's see how the summary goes here, because again, X summaries of news stories are a mix of whatever anyone's posting on X. So let's read this. On January 20th, ICE agents in Minneapolis detained a 5-year-old Liam alongside his father, Adrian Alexander Canejo Arias, an Ecuadorian with a pending asylum case, after the father fled their vehicle on foot through the cold, leaving the child behind. School officials accuse the agents of directing Liam to knock on the door to check the home, calling it the 4th such student detention recently, while DHS insisted they targeted only the father and kept the boy safe. Vice President J.D. Vance visited to defend the arrest, questioning what agents should have done as the father abandoned his son in freezing weather. The family now awaits processing together in Texas. So there's a couple different ways people are making this story. Here's Homeland Security's. They posted this thing from Newsmax, which is obviously going to take Homeland Security side or anything the Trump administration side. Here's let's see. So they're answering CBS, who posted, well, maybe we'll see. So CBS News says video obtained by CBS News show the moment ICE agents took a 5-year-old Liam Ramos in Minneapolis. The boy was taken with his father while in their driveway after just arriving home from his preschool classroom. School officials say the child was used as bait to knock on the door and asked to be let in. Now, again, all the news reports, I've noticed this too. All the news reports on everything regarding ICE, it's a propaganda war, have always used whatever story people in the street tell them. They'll never even mention what the possibility of the real story is. So this is very fascinating to me. School officials say the child was used to knock on the door and to be let in, letting officers see if anyone else was home. The Department of Homeland Security later said that the child was not targeted by ICE, but was abandoned by his father. They say his father fled federal agents as they approached his vehicle, leaving the child. DHS. Oh, CBS actually said what DHS said. DHS said the father, whom they described as an illegal alien from Ecuador, was later taken into custody as other ICE officers stayed with the child. Federal officials said on Thursday that the boy and his father are together at an immigration processing center in Dilley, Texas. Now, U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE.gov, says this is a lie. It had already been debunked. CBS. The criminal illegal alien abandoned his child as he fled from ICE officers, and our officers ensured the child was kept safe in the cold. ICE made multiple attempts to get the family inside the house to take custody of the child. They refused to accept custody of the child. The father told officers he wanted the child to remain with him. So anyway, that's why I'm questioning every story, no matter who tells it right now. I'm just, let's hear everyone's side and figure it out. But I have to tell you, some of the embellishments for some of these stories often sound like the internet telephone game. Like somebody will say, well, they held a child in custody. Then they'll say they had the child in handcuffs. And then the next person will say, they had the child in handcuffs and shackles. And the next person say, they had the child in handcuffs and shackles on the ground. He was cooperating and they sprayed pepper spray and shot him in the head. I just... and then the story from the news outlet will be, child shackled and handcuffed on the ground, pepper sprayed and shot in the head, says witnesses. You know? And it's just, everyone is like that. And it's just like, I want to hear all the sides of the story before I make a decision. I'm going to assume that the dad here probably did run as fast as he could when he saw ICE agents coming. That makes the most sense to me. So, that was a feature story. Next story, let's do this one. Eventually, Jane Fonda. If you saw my post today, Jane Fonda is in the news, accusing Trump administration of authoritarian ICE tactics after fatal shooting. They're still talking about Renee Good. So apparently, Jane Fonda finally read the news. It's funny. This guy right here, this guy who pretends to be Morgan Freeman, says Jonathan Ross's kill shot went through her head, was fired at point blank range from the side of the Honda Pilot when she was in no danger from the 37-year-old mom. She never got shot in the head. There were no wounds to her head from bullets. So she didn't get shot in the head. Then she says, American Patriot Renee Good did not deserve to have her brains blown out in front of her dog, like the dog notice, for her not complying with armed vigilantes who were terrorizing her community. You simply arrest, fine, and release. Yet, except when she's trying to run over you, perceive, because it's only perception. If it's perceived they run over you with a car, that's a part of it too. She could, guess what? And I agree, she did not deserve to die, and I'll say it 100,000 times if I have to. She did not deserve to die, but her actions, unfortunately, caused a reaction that was reasonable in the split-second moment that it happened. So, anyway, so hello, Annalyn and Tyre. Oh, Pope Tyre is here. Pope Tyranus III, the Blessed Lich. With today's message, not for the Father, not for the Son, but from the Holy Ghost. Pope Tyre says, blessing of the Holy Ghost. Be careful and be safe out there. While God can't wait for you to be with him, he doesn't want you to rush that return. Yeah, moron protesters. Hello, Miss Wild Wolf also, and Maddie. Hi, y'all. So anyway, so Jane Fonda's a little late to this party, but it's Jane Fonda, so she's an authority on everything that is North Korean weaponry. Okay, global warming's trending, which I found hilarious because, anytime it gets super cold out or super warm out, one side or the other talks about whether or not this is climate change. Well, today it's the more reasonable, maybe this climate change is overrated day, because today when it's 21 below in Minneapolis or 1 degree in Ann Arbor, Michigan, we consider that more proof of global warming. Hello, Ms. Hayes. How you doing? And I thought, wait, 1 degree in Ann Arbor, global warming couldn't come any sooner. To which I replied, oh, did I reply? Did I reply to this? I meant to. What I wanted to reply was, bitch, please. I thought I replied to this. Well, I'll be damned. Maybe I didn't. Okay, never mind. I thought I was there. Oh, with her. I mean, come on. 1 degree? I thought I replied to it. What the hell? Well, anyway, I had my 21 below showing at the time. And that's not a euphemism. Oh, yeah. I'm a sick motherfucker. Okay, that was dumb. Moving on. So more proof of global warming. Happy 21 below. Other news. And I want to get to Friday Q&A. It's Friday Q&A day. Someone named Ryan Wedding is trending, and I'd never heard of this guy. Some Canadian dude. Apparently, Ryan Wedding. Come on, why is that over? There you go. Ryan Wedding, FBI most wanted Canadian Olympic snowboarder, has been captured. Oh my goodness. Wait. Who the hell is he? Oh, well, the 2002 Olympian turned drug kingpin and ran a $1 billion cocaine empire tied to the Sinaloa cartel. His operation moved 60 tons of cocaine yearly from Mexico to North America. A $15 million reward had been offered for his arrest. Holy shit, man. Here he is, Ryan James Wedding. Conspiracy to distribute and possess with intent to distribute cocaine, conspiracy to export cocaine, conspiracy to commit murder in connection with a continuing criminal enterprise and drug crime, and murder in connection with a continual criminal enterprise and drug crime. That's a long sentence. Conspiracy to tamper with a witness, victim, or informant, and tampering with witness, victim, or informant. Conspiracy to retaliate against the witness, victim, or informant, and retaliation against witness, victim, or informant. Conspiracy to launder money and monetary instruments. So he's in custody. Hot damn, way to go there. What's Cash Patel? Yeah, him. Other things trending. Let's see. Oh, Hire Americans. Okay, Hire Americans and carrots is trending. And I'm not going to make a sex joke this time. Apparently, this guy posted this. Let's watch the video first, because a lot of people are a little upset about this. And it says, and people are kind of annoyed about this. This carrot farmer has almost $1 million of carrots to pick, but this administration and the fear of ICE ran off all the workers and he will lose his farm. Now let's watch the video, because there's a that's the shot, and then there's a chaser. So this is the shot.
Well, all of us farmers have officially fucked around, and we have officially found the fuck out now, guys. I am on the verge of bankruptcy. I'm on the verge of fucking tears. Overnight, all of my fucking help fled. My help, out of fear for their safety, their lives, they fucking fled. And now I am left out here standing in my unharvested carrot field. It is January and I'm in Kansas, and this is when carrot harvest goes in fucking Kansas. This field should be full of workers.
I meant to tell you, listen carefully, by the way. Listen carefully.
But all my fucking workers left. And who the fuck do you think is to blame for that? Every single one of them left. Now I have to by myself try to fill that truck with a load of fucking carrots in one day, and I can't do that, guys. I have to get these fucking carrots to market by next week or my contract is fucking terminated. This is $936,000 worth of carrots right here, and I can't fucking pick them by myself. If they're unharvested, I will get kicked out of that contract, and I will get sued by the fucking Planters Loves Carrots company for that fucking money. But I have nobody that'll come fucking pick my carrots. Fuck, we are so fucking cooked, farmers.
Now, that's the shot. But there is a community note on this one, because first of all, it's January in Kansas. The temperature in Kansas probably hovers around 20, 30 degrees this time of year. And there are no carrots growing this time of year. So this is clearly somebody who's either being silly, or this is, I don't know, or maybe this is from another time. Maybe this is from the summer. However, carrots, the video depicts a satirical TikTok. Carrots are harvested in Kansas in spring or fall, not January, and commercial operations use mechanical harvesters rather than manual labor. So lots of people have been saying, well, buy American or hire Americans or whatever. Carrots are commercial carrots. I don't know. Maybe he has manual labor doing it, but commercial carrots are harvested using mechanical thingies, whatever. So Apparently it's but lots of people say, well, you should hire Americans. I don't know if it's hire. I don't know if it's, is it satirical? I don't know. But yeah, no. Oh, he did say January, didn't he? He said January. He specifically said January, didn't he?
Well, all of us farmers have officially fucked around, and we have
But there's a lot of videos like this saying that. And mostly people are answering them
officially
saying,
found the fuck
hire
out
Americans.
now, guys. I am on the
What the hell?
verge of bankruptcy. I'm on the verge
Did
of
he say it
fucking
was
tears.
January? It does snow in Kansas in January, but not always. Like I'm surprised he's dressed so
Overnight, all of my fucking help
Spring.
fled.
like he's dressed for spring though in Kansas, not for summer. Anyway, you get the point. So that's why that's trending. That's why carrots are trending. For example, BS alert. The so-called farmer in this video is full of bull. First off, you can see that the field is not planted with carrots. Yeah, those aren't carrots either. It appears to be winter wheat. Then, of course, carrots are harvested in the region he claims to be in the latest in October. In Kansas, carrots are primarily harvested in September through October for fall crops, which are planted in early August. Carrots are best harvested after the first frost. This makes them sweeter. So there you go. It's not a true thing happening there. All right, I got to do Friday Q&A. All right, I'm going to throw you a thread here. We're not going to go through it, but Drew Holden put up a thread talking about how so many of these stories in the Twin Cities need a skeptical eye. Need a very skeptical eye. And if you see something on the internet that seems to confirm the bias that you have, or doesn't confirm the bias you have, it says that the opposite. We still got to get the full story. And so this is the story of the family who are supposedly coming back from their basketball game, and they got caught in the riots, and they threw tear gas under their car. But the one thing about this thread shows you how all the media jumped on that story and how their headlines are. So I will go through the headlines. I'm not going to spend time. You already know the story if you've been here. Okay. So, and what had happened was, the parents were caught on people's videos in the protest, out in the protest. And so why their kids were in the car by themselves while they're out in the protest, really is the bigger question. And also we find out too that the mother, has a murder conviction, but for some reason she's not in jail right now. So, but here's how some of the headlines for different media outlets put it out there. For example, New York Times, couple says ICE agents gassed them as they drove with 6 children. Now that's not even what the couple said. They didn't say as they drove with 6 children. They said they were stuck in the middle of a protest. CNN, Minneapolis family, 6 children tear gassed after they caught and clashed between ICE and protesters. Not mentioning that the parents were out with the protesters. CBS News, Minneapolis couple says ICE released tear gas under their family vehicle with 6 children inside. Oh, they did it on purpose. From ABC, they were on their way home from a basketball game, trying to paint a picture of chaos created by the Trump administration. On back of the lie, Minneapolis family says ICE agents threw tear gas. Baby temporarily stopped breathing. AP, tear gas floods Minneapolis family's SUV after they caught between protesters and officers. Minneapolis Star Tribune, our local birdcage liner. Family recounts being caught in unrest after a man is shot by federal agents. The family's 6-month-old baby was unconscious and foaming at the mouth after federal agents threw tear gas and flashbangs under their SUV, according to the child's parents. Why were they there? CBS News. And just, he has multiple. I think one of the worst ones, where is it? The New Republic. ICE attacks car full of kids, leaving 6-month-old baby unconscious. Mother Jones, ICE tear gas sent 6-month-old to the hospital. Just over and over. Even the congressman. A baby was hospitalized after being tear gassed by ICE. The family was not illegal and not even protesting, just driving home from their son's basketball game. this can't be reformed. Time to abolish ICE. This is that congressman. He's I don't know where he was born. I think he's Indian of origin, but he's an American citizen now, and he's in Congress. He's the one who filed articles of impeachment on Trump the first day he was in office. This time, anyway. So multiple congressmen, people, and he's just got a whole list of these people repeating that story. The only other thing, and then I was going to talk about the Minneapolis shutdown, but I'm not going to because we got Friday Q&A, ladies and gentlemen. It's time! Your favorite time of the week where we do answer questions. Oh, so serious questions. Yes, it's Friday Q&A. Are you ready? By the way, if you know anyone in the Twin Cities, I have the aggregator open too. And there's probably I didn't even get time to go through it because of the little issue I had in my home. It's Friday Q&A, and that's what we do every Friday. Let's see. Yeah, most of you have never heard of Uncle Floyd, by the way, so we'll end that poll. It's Friday Q&A, where you can ask me anything, and I'll do my best to answer it. And whether I understand what the hell you're asking or not, I will do my best to answer it because that's what I do. I am the answer man on Friday Q&A. So, first question today, and it looks like Avocados Diablo is dominating the questions today. Oh, Cannibalistic Wizard's here. How you doing? Nice to have you here. First question. Whoa, what happened? What happened here? Okay, what the hell's going on? Let's see. Let's fix this. I can't see the first question because I have to spam. There we go. Avocados Diablo asks, are those shower cap looking bonnets to black people what septum piercings are to white people? Well, as a black man, yeah, I can't stand seeing that shit. Wearing that shit in public is embarrassing as fuck, okay? And so, yes, abso-fucking-lutely. I hope I answered your question. Avocados Diablo asks, okay, Mr. Music Trivia, this was the first major hit for Motown Records and the only song that both the Rolling Stones and the Beatles recorded versions of later on. Oh, boy. I would need another hint of that, but what would that be? Would it be Rollover Beethoven, maybe? That's a guess, but I don't know. That would have been no, because that's Chuck Berry, and he wasn't with Motown. I don't know. Put the right answer in the regular chat. I'm curious what that is. That's a great one. Look, again, I was good at Rock and Roll Jeopardy when Rock and Roll Jeopardy was on, and they didn't really. Oh, money! That's what I want. Okay, that's a good one. Yeah, look, I was Rock and Roll Jeopardy. They usually used MTV era trivia questions, so that's what I was really good at. But I was good at other stuff too. But that's a good trivia question. Avocados Diablo asks more rock and roll trivia, and this one is pretty obscure. What musician created the startup sound for Windows 95? Wow, yeah, that's pretty freaking obscure, and I have no fucking idea. I don't know. Phil Collins? I just made some shit up. Avocados Diablo asks what musician was kicked out of Little Richard's band for showing off too much. Would that be? Oh, no, Bootsy wasn't in Richard's band. Oh, Jimi Hendrix. Jimi Hendrix was was in Little Richard's original band. Is that right? Yeah. Okay, I had it. I knew that one. Very good. All right, Lord Stanhope asks, in your honest professional opinion as a bartender, would you consider yourself a chubby chaser or a mountain climber, a cradle snatcher, or a grave robber? Well, I'm 6'4", so I like the tall chicks. Is that what you're talking about? I'm not sure what you mean. I knew some chubby chasers. I was never a chubby chaser, though. Anyway. Yeah, Bootsy was. Yeah, I know Bootsy was in his band too, but I think it was Jimi Hendrix that probably got it would have been gotten kicked out for showing off. Avocados Diablo asks, what was the name that Simon and Garfunkel went by originally? Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. What's with all the fucking music questions? You just dug up some old trivia questions. I don't know. Avocado Diablo asks, where did the band Blondie get its name from? Could it be from Debbie Harry's hair? I don't know. Maybe they're making like those little brownies, but that they're like light colors, so they call them blondies. I'm just making shit up now. Lord Stanhope asks, in my favorite sci-fi space opera, Elvis has become so insidious that even computers can face demonic possession. What would a demonically possessed computer look like? It would look like Jim Carrey doing an impersonation of Kurt Russell. You know what I mean? Like, now, if anyone understands why I chose that particular, made that particular choice, type it in the chat. You may have caught what I just did there. If you caught what I just did there, write it in the chat. Avocado Diablo asks, have you ever woken up in the drained pool of a YMCA wearing just a rabbit fur Speedo, surrounded by an empty silly putty eggs, while a camel named Bill was licking the soles of your feet? Whoa. Usually when you ask questions like this, I'm like, what the fuck? But this time, how did you know that? That's uncanny. Avocado Diablo asks, if you somehow had your consciousness transferred to an aardvark in the San Diego Zoo, how would you let Jack Hanna know what was going on so you could be saved? Oh, well, if I could just be in a room with him and a computer, I might be able to pluck out my YouTube channel with my snout. Unless he got really sensitive about his keyboard, because then that'd be fucked. Lord Stanhope asks, if all the Disney adults decided to form their own nation in Canada and impose Disney Sharia law, what would Disney Sharia law look like? Well, clearly all the young girls would be dressed as princesses of some sort, and Peter Pan would be less gay. I don't know. Avocado Diablo, can you make gasoline popsicles? Yeah, but the freezing temperature, you'd have to have a really cold refrigerator. I'm just saying. Lord Stanhope asks, if you get a virus from going to questionable corn sites, did you give your PC the clap? Well, why would a corn site give you the clap or a virus? Because corn is just, well, maybe if you popped the corn and then some corn dust flew on you, or, oh, wait a minute. You meant porn, didn't you? You're just trying to keep me from getting kicked off of YouTube for saying porn. I think you can say porn on YouTube. Are you sure? I'm not sure about that. Well, if it was a computer virus, maybe, yeah, that's a funny way to put it, I guess. Okay. Avocado Diablo asks, are you aware that even after you re-uploaded the stream from yesterday, the tits were still there? Yeah, I figured that out. I can't figure out how to remove it. That's why I made it private until I can figure it out. Somnambule Nation asks, will you correctly credit JB for the lizard gif of you? I am innocent. Oh. Did I? Oh, no shit. Yeah, that was JB who did that shit. Okay, there's the, that's just freaky, man. That is just some freaky shit. Isn't that for freaky shit? Just some freaky shit. Okay, where was I? Lord Stanhope asks, in your honest professional opinion as a bartender, what's the worst color to be urinating? Red? Pure red? that would consider to be a problem. That'd be a problem. Selected Boy asks, Martin or Wayans brothers? Okay. This is tough for a couple different reasons, right? Martin, as in Martin, Martin, I have never found Martin Lawrence to be super funny. He kind of overplays all the, he's over animated. You know what I'm saying? But also, so are the Wayans brothers, although, especially Marlon Wayans, he's over animated too. He's just, too much. I'm not a fan of either, but I'll take the Wayans on that one. I think the talent, I think is, they're much more creative, I should say. Let's put it that way. They're much more creative. Lord Stanham asks, if I like my hair pie bald, is it still hair pie? Sure. No, I don't know. Just enjoy it, okay? Just do whatever you got to do with that. And then the follow-up question is, Lord Stanhope, if I like my hair pie bald but of age, is there something wrong with me? I don't care. There's, everyone has their own thing. Don't worry about it. Just I was going to say you just do you, but maybe when you're, well, never mind. I'm not even make that joke either. Avocados Diablo asks, if you put a table, some chairs, a couch, and maybe a TV on the roof of your house, does it cease being a roof and become a floor? No, it's still a roof. And you're weird. But if it works, it'd be kind of cool to watch football on a cool fall day from top of the roof. Just saying. Avocados Diablo asks, did you watch the press conference J.D. Vance did in Minneapolis? No, I missed it, and I'm going to have to watch. I'm planning on watching it. I just haven't gotten to it. We've had a lot of stuff going on in our home the last day that we've had to. I need a new water heater. There, that's the problem. Lord Stanhope, and we're getting it on Monday. Lord Stanhope asks, in regards to the ICE 5-year-old, should ICE have left the kid on the side of the road and hope for the best? Yeah. Imagine if they had done that. If they just left the kid there, nobody attending the kid. Yeah, look, there's nothing that's going to make the activists happy. And the question of the show, I'm going to try to get to at the end of the show. But I'm skipping it for now. Let's see. Avocados Diablo, if you have a dream that you are trapped in a rundown mall with W.C. Fields chasing you around with an axe while repeatedly yelling, "Come to me, my little chickadee," what does that mean? Yeah. Didn't he hang out with Mae West? I just think he was drunk and it's a dream. It's a dream. Okay. It's because I'm drunk and I have a dream that I am Mae West and I really pissed him off. That's what it means. Avocados Diablo asks, if you can make roux for stew using morphine rather than flour. Can you make roux for a stew using morphine rather than flour? No, you can't. Now, maybe cocaine, sure. Crystal meth, if it's ground finely into a powder. Tylenol, sure. And what's that stuff? Codeine, not codeine. What's the pill that everyone gets? OxyContin. Yeah, you can do it with OxyContin, but not morphine. Morphine's too runny. Lord Santa asks, in your honest and professional opinion, as a bartender, hash, home fries, or grits, you can only have one. Deviate and you will take a fist hammer to the nards. Grits can't have cheese. Well, you just did the deviation without me. wait, you make rules and then you break it before I even get to answer the fucking question. You only have one? I'll take the grits with the cheese. Your deviation, not mine. No hitting my nads. Avocado Diablo asks, why do I have the song Love Is All Around, the theme from the Mary Tyler Moore Show, stuck in my head? Love is all around, no need to waste it. You can have the town, why don't you take it? You're gonna make it after all. That's gonna still be stuck in your head because it's stuck in mine now. Thanks, motherfucker. All right, where are we at? Oh, God, I scrolled really far. What the hell happened there? Making my head. Selected Boy asked, 26 years ago when the new millennium hit, what were you expecting at the time? I wasn't expecting anything. I thought the whole Y2K shit was just bullshit. I wasn't worried about it. But I also wasn't sure how long it'd be before our first black president. That happened 8 years into the new millennium. And I thought for sure, well, let's see, 2000. I don't know. I was, George W. Bush had just been elected, but he wasn't president yet. Yeah, I never thought that there was going to be a problem with the Y2K thing. I didn't think the whole world was going to shut down. Half black, yes, okay. Avocado Stay Up there. Are you late yet? No. Lord Stand Up. If you could be a plant, would it be a fruit or a vegetable? Well, is that my only choices? There's a lot of other types of plants. Because I'd probably be a tree, a redwood, in California. Well, maybe not in California. How about a birch? Not a bitch, but a birch in Wisconsin, in the Wisconsin forest. I would be a birch in the Wisconsin forest. I would not be a fruit or a vegetable. A plant, a fruit or a vegetable is not a plant. A fruit or a vegetable is the, the offspring of a plant. What did you call it? Would it be first, I don't know. I'd be a tree. Selected Boy asks, what was the highest amount of 3-point shot? What was the highest amount of 3-point shot you could make? I don't understand the question. Like, if you hit a full court shot, that would be a 3-point shot. Is that what you meant? I'm not sure what you mean. I have no idea. Lord Santa asks, if you were involved in a sausage fight and the only weapon you could obtain is a sack of vegetables, what vegetable do you choose as you are pummeled by Genoa salamis? What vegetable? Maybe celery, like, because if you have the whole thing of celery, that's like several pieces of celery, like a stalk of celery, that probably is pretty durable compared to other vegetables. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. Avocado Sally says, if you're going to start a mariachi band with the surviving cast of Facts of Life. I'm sorry, I said Fats of Life, didn't I? That's what we used to call it, the Fats of Life. But anyway, the Facts of Life, and use that thumbnail of Adam Schiff for your album cover, what would you call them? Well, it'd be the Fats of Life Blow. Lord Stanhope, in your honest opinion as a bartender, what did Adam Schiff do with $20,000 worth of carrots and parsnips? Well, he has lots of gay friends, so, they just had a party or something. Lord Stanhope, is this the end? Not quite. Cannibalistic Wizard, you've heard of martial law, but have you heard of coleslaw? It's a type of salad, yes, with some mayonnaise, sugar, and maybe a little seasoning, salt and pepper. Avocado, yeah, I just told that joke not like 3 weeks ago. Avocado Ciali says, why do we have so many cities that are called twins cities, but none that are called triplet cities? Oh, au contraire, where's the one where they call it the triplets? I don't know, but we're the only real twin cities. Like, we are Minneapolis, St. Paul. That is the twin cities. Okay, there's no real other twin cities. We even named our baseball team after our twin cities because the only thing that separates them is a river, and they're literally right next to each other. Although they're very, I don't know why they call them twins because they're not that similar. They have their own kind of Minneapolis has a little more modern flair, where St. Paul has a more traditional flair to it. And there's people. By the way, it's funny. Literally, they have a border. There's a border between the two. There are people. When I came here, I moved here. There were people from St. Paul who had never gone into Minneapolis before, and there are people in Minneapolis who had never been in St. Paul before. I'm like, how the hell do you? I mean, it's like you drive 5 miles and you're in the other city. How do you never ever go into the other city? It's just weird. It's just weird that there are people in Minneapolis, St. Paul that haven't been to the other city. It's just weird. Okay. Lord Stanham asks if you're professional. Wait, in your professional opinion, as an. And that's it. Oh, the next one is Lord Stanham also. In your professional opinion, as an old person, how do you feel about naps? I love naps. Fuck. If I could take a nap like every day about 2 o'clock just for an hour, that would be awesome. But that just never happens. Ms. Wild was asked if there's one item you could have for life. If there's one item you could have for life, what would it be? A magic wand? A working magic wand? Lord Stanhope, have you ever went to a website that made your computer depressed? If so, what site? And I'm going to be honest about this one. Because I was like, what the fuck? When I didn't know what 2 Girls 1 Cup was, and I went, it made everything in my house depressed. Avocado Diablo asks, okay, the last music trivia question. What 80s musician claimed to have almost been abducted by Ted Bundy? Whoa, I don't know. Was it Blondie? Ms. Wildwolf asks, how are you truly doing today? I'm fine. It's just fucking cold. Lord Stanhope, are we done yet? Not quite. Holy shit, there's a lot of questions. No more fucking questions. I gotta go. Avocado Salad, what's the maximum amount of explosives you can use to launch a penguin out of a cannon without the penguin just exploding in a cloud of feathers? Do penguins have feathers? I guess they kind of do. I don't know. Yeah, it's probably you're kind of stuck on that, because I think pretty much anything you put explosives behind a penguin in a cannon, it's gonna fuck that penguin up. So I don't have a good answer. Selected boy, living single or friends? Friends. I mean, living single is okay, but there's also that one dude on that show that is not funny. He has the dude with the deep voice. I can't even remember his name, but he's a terrible actor. So some of the other actors on that show are pretty good. But it was, again, I don't know. Avocado Diabli, if you name a cow, are you going to get more milk? No. Avocado Diabli, do chickens prefer hot humans? Right. Well, only if they're cold. Avocado Diabli, is it better to be hit with a full bottle of beer or an empty one? Ooh, good question. I think probably, it might be safer to get hit with a full one. It may not break, whereas an empty one breaks and cuts you up and shit. It would hurt, but you wouldn't be dead or cut up and bleeding. Avocado Diabli, why don't pregnant women tip over? Ooh. Well, as long as they lean, they don't have to tip over. They would tip over if they didn't have balance. I think you gain extra balance. It's part of the pregnancy process. Avocado Diabli, if the universe is expanding, what is it expanding into? Whoa. Do I look like fucking Neil deGrasse Tyson? I don't know. Oh my God. That's a tough one. I don't know. Avocado Diabli, how can we trust atoms if they make up everything? Were you reading a science book before you answered some of these questions? I don't know. Lord Stanhope, did you know flowers are the genitals of the plant? I never thought of it that way. Hey, it's a nice flower you got there, baby. Oh, yeah. Okay. Lord Stand-Up, did you... Oh, no, you got that. Avocado Stabby, if you were trying to teach a fish to drive a car, what type of fish do you think would be easiest to teach? And would it change if it were a stick shift? Oh, damn. Well, is an octopus considered a fish? Because that would be probably the best one, because octopuses are pretty fucking smart. And they have plenty of hands. But I don't think they're considered a fish. Did Marty just do the all motherfuckers need Jesus? I probably did. I probably did. Otherwise, it would have to be a very large fish that has, I don't know. I mean, a sturgeon would be big enough to drive a car, but it doesn't have any arms if it's a stick shift. That's tough, man. I don't know. Anyone else got ideas? Are you late yet? No. Miss Wild Wolf, what's your favorite kind of pig to eat, i.e. ham, bacon, roast, etc.? Oh! St. Louis style pork ribs if they're done right. Otherwise, bacon. Because, everybody loves bacon. Avocado Sally, are you sure we cannot ask more questions? Or did I ask this question before you told us not to? I have no fucking idea. And finally, the last question on today's Friday Q&A comes from none other than Lord Stanhope. It doesn't matter if you put something else in the list, because I ain't fucking reading it. Lord Stanhope asked, does this cause consternation? You wrote that after I said no more questions, didn't you? Q&A is over. Q&A is over. Motherfuckers. All right, that's it. I really wanted to talk more about my main question today. Who can we deport? Was the title of the show, and I never got to that. And the reason I ask it is because as I'm watching some of these activists out here right now, they're all mad because, oh my gosh, we're deporting someone taking someone into custody that has been here forever, and there's taking this person and that person. But as we've mentioned many times, here in Minnesota, we consider ourselves a sanctuary state, or, San Francisco is a sanctuary city, or Boston is a sanctuary city. Well, wait a minute. So if you're a sanctuary city, does that mean we can't deport anybody? Because what's weird about that is that, some of these people who've taken custody are criminals. Like 70% in some cases, 70% of the people that are taking it are actually criminals. A large percentage of them already have deportation orders. And there's no statute of limitations on deportation orders. Once you have a deportation order, you've already had your due process. So, for example, there was some college student or something that already had a deportation order. She's an older college student, had a deportation order. They took her. ICE arrested her, and they're deporting her because she had a deportation order already. And people say, well, you can't deport her. She's been here 10 years. So? You said you want a due process. Well, she's already had her due process. Sorry. And they say no. So I want to have like a discussion with somebody online and just say, hey, wait a minute. So who can we deport then? To the activists here, the answer is they don't want you to deport anybody. And especially in some of these bigger these more liberal states that call themselves sanctuary cities or sanctuary states, because they need more people for political apportionment, and they need more voters, and they want to make them citizens so they can have more voters. Hi, Woodcutter, by the way. Who can we deport? For them, we can't deport anybody. Even though all these people so many of these people came here illegally. So, due process is only afforded a citizen. No, it's not. That's not true. That's not true. But due process doesn't mean what they think it means. When they say, well, there's no due process, what they think that means is you can't remove somebody, arrest somebody until you have a new warrant and they have to go before a judge. Well, that's not true. Because of the bill, Clinton's signed a bill in 1996, expedited removals. That due process is you catch them and you send them home. deportation is just an administrative penalty. It's not due process. Would mean they go to court and go on trial for illegally crossing the border. But also, anyone who has a deportation order has already had due process. Due process simply means you have to follow the law. And the law doesn't always say that they have to go to court. Sometimes the law says you can deport them immediately. So when they say due process, they think they're saying, oh, you have to go before an immigration judge and you have to have a trial and they have to have a lawyer and this and that. Not in every case. Sometimes due process, especially for people crossing the border illegally, you can just send them back. You can deport them immediately. That is the due process. So that's it. All right, I got to go. Thanks everybody for joining me this week. We'll be back on Monday. Who knows if I have a surprise stream sometime between now and then. Maybe not. More likely not, but I might. You just never know. So watch your notifications, and that's it. We'll see you. You have a great weekend. My name's Dawg Knight, and I am out of here. Bye-bye. Stay warm.
Hey, this is Dawg Knight, and thank you for watching today on the Dawg Knight Channel. If you have an observation or remark you'd like to make about this video or my channel, I absolutely welcome you to write it in the comment section down below. I really look forward to hearing from you. And before you go, if you like what you saw but you're not already subscribed, please make sure you hit the subscribe button and definitely click that bell that pops up afterward so you'll be notified when I post new videos or when we go live. I broadcast my live show, The Morning Night Live, Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 o'clock Central. A special thank you to all supporters of this channel who share our videos on social media and who make donations through the Streamlabs link, which is also in the description down below. Thanks again, and until next time, I'm Dawg Knight, and I'm out of here.